Alrighty, morning everyone, and welcome back to another beautiful video on this beautiful channel on another beautiful day. In today's video, I want to talk with you about the good old prices of gold and silver, because they've been dropping recently. And even though that's of course not very relevant in the overall bigger picture, I think it's still reasonably interesting to have a look at that every now and then and see why things might be happening. Of course, we can't know that for sure, but we can at least think about it and maybe come to a conclusion on why this is happening. And I think it's actually really easy to do that this time, because it's something that basically happens reasonably often. And we're going to talk about that today. I think it's going to be interesting. I've also got something like an unboxing for you. I bought some more gold coins for our project of filling up our American Eagle gold rolls, and I've actually got quite a few pickups that I did this month or last month or whatever. No, this was it was this month. This month is not over yet. It's not March yet. So yeah, this month. And so we're gonna do that, and we're gonna put those in the rolls and be happy about that. So yeah. So I would say let's just get right into today's topic, which is the gold and silver prices. So most of you have probably noticed that the gold and silver prices have been falling for the last couple of days and weeks. And I think the reason for that is actually pretty easy. There's not a whole lot of new bad stuff going on right now in the world. It's the usual bad stuff that doesn't seem to end because, the people in the government are basically idiots, so it probably won't anytime soon. But it's not that relevant now. The thing that we are talking about is why, because of the fact that there's no new bad news, why the gold and silver prices are falling because of that. And that has a lot to do with the time of year, actually. If you look at the prices of gold and silver historically, it's reasonably easy to make out a pattern in that. And this pattern basically evolves as follows. Prices of gold and silver usually develop pretty well in January and also December. That's mainly because of Christmas and stuff like that, and people just generally being more, let's just say, liberal with their spending. They're spending a lot, and they're spending a lot of money that they might not have spent if it wasn't the holiday season. So that is a main reason for that. And you might think, okay, that's only physical silver and gold, but physical silver and gold doesn't have a massive impact on the stock market. But the stock market is basically the same thing, right? It's the same buying, picture. Let's just call it a picture. I don't know. It's the same buying pattern that you can see on the stock market. It's basically the same, right? People are just spending more money in that time of year. It's been like that pretty much forever. Obviously not in every single year, but on average, right? And so obviously was also the case this year. Gold and silver prices went up a lot in December and January, but that was of course mainly because of a lot of more bad news all around the world. Now, that in connection with the fact that it was December and January and people wanted to spend money anyways, kind of created this rise up in prices of gold and silver. And now that is kind of leveling off again. It's not dropping very hard. It's dropping like 1 or 2% a day, maybe on like really bad days. But I really don't think it's too terrible. It happened before, right? Had way worse happen, and so I really don't think there's a lot to worry about that. But maybe that gives you a little bit of insight on why this is actually happening. It has nothing to do with gold and silver primarily. It has more something to do with the general time of year, and the price of gold and silver just usually behave like that. So I would say don't worry too much about that, right? You still have your physical gold and silver. It's not going anywhere. So really, I just wouldn't worry about that if I was you. Of course, if you're not comfortable with having gold and silver, if it goes down in price, chances are it's not a good idea for you to have it anyways. So, might want to think about that again. But like for us, the people that understood and understand, and currently still understand why gold and silver is relevant and important, and why you should have some of it, right? I really don't see a big issue with that. And, you can always buy for cheaper if the prices go lower. So that's also a very nice thing, and I'm certainly doing that. Alrighty, so let's get to the unboxing part. Of course, I had to unbox it already because, gotta check if all the coins are there and take out all the informational stuff. But I've got all the coins here that I bought in that recent purchase. I bought it from 2 different dealers, so yeah, it's not really a relevant fact, but the more you know, I guess. And we're gonna just bring him out here. Got some more 1/10 ounce right here. Oh, dropped one. There we go. Some more 1/10 ounce. It's 10 of them. 10 1/10 ounce, so 1 ounce in total. And I've bought another 1/4 ounce from another dealer just because I got a really good offer on that. I love the 1/4 ounce. It's actually a really, really cool size. I wish they would be a little bit more cheap, a little bit cheaper. But yeah, I guess it not being is not that terrible of a thing because, you know, in general, once you filled up these rolls, once you filled up the 1/4 ounce, once you filled up the 1/10 ounce, chances are you're not going to be really filling up another one, and you're probably just going to be buying 1 ounces after that. So it's really not that relevant, and it's a cost average thingamajigger anyway, so I'm not really too worried about that. And besides that, these are not really that high in markup over here. I probably paid like 8% in markup on those. It's really not that bad, honestly, and I think I paid like 11 on the 1/10 ounce. So yeah, not terrible. I know it's a lot higher in the US, but you've got every other advantage known to man. So, you know, just leave us a little bit of something here in Europe. So yeah, there's that. But at least we got some new stuff. I didn't really pay a lot for those. I think I paid less than 2,000. I certainly paid less than 2,000 for these, for 10 of these. And, you know, I'm gonna spread them out so that you can actually see that it's 10 and that I'm not, you know, messing with you. There we go. 10 of those. As I said, I think I paid less than 2,000 for that. Probably did, with the prices of gold, with the price of gold being where it is right now. And I think I paid like 450 euros for this. I didn't pay for it in euros, so I don't really know. I calculated it out when I bought it, but, you know, and in dollars, what's that? 480, 490, something like that. I don't know, probably 480, because the dollar is actually worth quite a bit still at the moment, I think. So it doesn't matter, you get the general idea, right? It wasn't very expensive. Of course, it was very expensive if you compare it to a 1 ounce coin, which I could get for about 3% markup. Yeah, of course, that's not great, but I'm still pretty happy with it. I don't see a reason not to be happy with that, really. So yeah, we've got our tubes here. This is a 1/4 ounce tube. You can see these are the 2 1/4 ounces that I had before, and we're gonna add that to the total now. Yeah, really cool. Starting to fill up the roll a little bit more quickly right now because I'm liquidating some stuff that I've had for a good amount of time and that I made a good amount of money on, and so I'm putting that into gold, of course, because, you know, what else would I buy with the money? Everything else is just inflated to, yeah, amounts that I don't really want to pay for that stuff right now. So who knows? Maybe it comes back down, maybe not. I don't care, but I'm not paying that. So we'll add these 1/10 ounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was a bit. 7, 8. 9 and 10. There we go. So 15 more of those. I hope that I can do that in March. We'll see. But 15 more of those, and then we've got this roll filled up all the way. There should be 35 in here. If there are not 35 in here, well, that's unfortunate that I miscounted it, but I really don't think so, right? Let's just say there are 15 in there. 15 that we still need, and 35 in there. With these, there are 40 that go into these rolls, and we've got 3. So there's going to be another 37 of those until that roll is filled up. Jesus. Oh, man. Well, okay, you know what? We're just going to do that. We're just going to do it. We're not going to complain about it. Just going to do it. And we're going to be very happy once we accomplish that. I hope that's going to be at some point in the future. We'll see, though. So yeah, that's pretty much today's video. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you want to ask anything or write anything in the comments, feel free to do that. As I said, don't really worry too much about the gold and silver prices right now. It's a usual thing that kind of happens in most years, and I don't think that it's going to be relevant for the development of the gold and silver prices for the rest of the year. But if it is, who cares, right? And so yeah, thank you very much for watching. Have a fantastic week, and until next time.